Guys, we got some great conspiracy theories for you today. We're going to talk about Bitcoin ordinals, and it does look like Bitcoin devs might be trying to kill it. But we got a Dogecoin conspiracy theory for you. For those of you that don't know, today is Dogecoin's birthday. It's pumped a lot, and there's a lot of theories floating around. A couple that I just pulled out of my ass, but there's a lot of coincidences that you may not want to overlook. Yes, I cannot vouch for the validity of these theories, but they probably have about as much chance as any of those XRP moon theories of coming true. So why not? Right, today is Dogecoin's birthday, in case you didn't know. And you know what else was announced today? Qatar said they were coming into crypto with $500 billion. Now, that's a rumor in itself. But I think what people got wrong is that Qatar is buying Bitcoin. I don't think they are. Today is Doge's birthday, and they announced it on Doge's birthday because you know why? Well, yesterday, they announced it close to Doge's birthday. You know why that is? It's because they're buying $500 billion worth of Dogecoin. That's right. And furthermore, Qatar is an oil-rich nation, which means they're not going to be settling in Bitcoin. They're not going to be settling the Japanese yen or the Chinese yen, and they're definitely not settling in the Russian ruble. If they're going to move away from USD, they're going to demand that all transactions are going to be settled in, you guessed it, Dogecoin. So not only $500 billion in Dogecoin, but oil transactions settled in Dogecoin. That should pump up Dogecoin to $5, $10 easily, even though I still will be selling at about $1 or 50 cents myself. It should pump to $5, $10 easily just based on that. But there's more. That's right. There's more than even that. You know, Apple and Android, they've given us clues today that Dogecoin is going to be the official coin of Apple and Android. You know why? If there was an update today, and you know what was cool about the update? Bring up the keyboard. In Apple, iPhone, or Android, pull up your keyboard on your Apple or Android phone, hit the caps button, and then hold down D. What do you see? That's right. There's a Dogecoin symbol there. That means they're adopting it for sure. What else? And the thing is, if you basically do caps lock and hold down the D, there's a Dogecoin symbol there. But if you do caps lock and hold down the B, there is no Bitcoin symbol there. So they don't like Bitcoin. They want Dogecoin. Everyone knows what's up. Everyone wants Dogecoin. So before they announce it, this is a preview that they will announce Dogecoin as the official coin of Apple and Android, and maybe Elon Musk has his hands all over this. That's right. He got Apple and Android to maybe make Dogecoin the official coin of Apple and Android. Mark Cuban likes Dogecoin. He's going to make it the official coin of the Dallas Mavericks, which makes no sense, but he's going to do it anyways. And you know what? The Argentinian president got elected recently, and Argentina is also going to run on Dogecoin. That's going to be their national Doge currency. By the way, as the square in the bottom of this video says, this is not financial advice. You should not invest in this, but I'm giving you conspiracy theories that are about as valuable as any of those XRP theories out there. So everything's going to be in Dogecoin. You know, it's not a coincidence that this all happens around Doge's birthday. They are coalescing, and Doge is pumping today. It's up a whole 15%. It's past 10 cents finally. And I do believe there's a chance it will pump even more. That's right. Dogecoin is going to be the official coin of many, many countries and many, many gigantic companies. Its oil is going to be settled in Dogecoin, and there's going to be $500 billion coming into Dogecoin soon because everyone loves Dogecoin. Remember, not financial advice. Anyways, let's talk about Bitcoin ordinals. It does actually seem developers are intent on killing it because it will be deadly for the blockchain. That's not very good for Riot mining because they're trying to make money on the on ordinals, obviously, and the fees that are coming from ordinals. Because if you try to stuff ordinals in the freaking blockchain, it obviously means less TPS. Less TPS means that the transactions that want to get through have to pay more fees. So Ivan on Tech, breaking: Bitcoin devs officially plan to kill ordinals and inscriptions. So If you if you look at this other guy's Twitter, Luke Dasher, by the way, I think it's actually a good idea to kill ordinals. I mean, it sucks for Ordi and other things, but it's actually good for like Bitcoin actually working properly. I do not think Bitcoin can actually function properly with ordinals in it. It's just too slow to actually process these things. So PSA, inscriptions are exploiting a vulnerability in Bitcoin Core to spam the blockchain. Bitcoin Core has since 2013 allowed users to set the limit on the size of extra data and transactions they relay or mine. By obscuring their data as a program code, inscriptions bypass this limit. The bug was recently fixed in Bitcoin Knots version 25.1. It took longer than usual due to my workflow being severely disrupted at the end of the last year. Version 24 was skipped entirely. Bitcoin Core is still vulnerable in the upcoming version 26 release. I can only hope it will get finally fixed before version 27 next year. So, like, the chance for ordinals was never actually supposed to exist. It is a bug that allowed ordinals to actually happen. And the inscriptions that allow the ordinals are actually exploiting a vulnerability in Bitcoin Core. And of course, like, the thing is, like, Bitcoin needs to limit the extra data in transactions because there's only 1 megabyte per block. And if you squeeze in a lot of ordinals data, that's going to lower the TPS drastically. Not that the TPS for Bitcoin is great, as most of you know. Bitcoin really can't get over 7 or 14 TPS. If you squeeze in a bunch of ordinals, it's going to go down to like 2 or 3 TPS. And the developers do not want that because obviously that's not practical. So the thing is, like, Jaspy, he's asking, so if this bug vulnerability is fixed, does it mean that ordinals and BRC20 token would stop being a thing? I'm confused. Someone please explain the implications to me like I'm 5. And he's like, correct. So let's actually go into this because this is important. He's like, correct. And Bitcoin might actually work again. And people obviously that are betting on ordinals saying, why are you trying to eliminate ordinals so hard? It's not a bug. It's beautiful. It's human innovation. No, dude, it really isn't. It prevents the Bitcoin blockchain from working at all. Like, Bitcoin is slow enough as it is. Adding this would just completely destroy it. And then people are saying, you see how BTC is centralized? It actually depends who chooses to run this updated software. If miners and validators reject it, then it won't come to pass. But what if the pools implement it? You can always delegate to another pool that won't implement it. Oh, cool. But then again, if it's an inherent flaw, doesn't it pose a direct risk to BTC network security and by extension the value? I'm curious because I'm looking at stacking some BRC20 tokens and prep for the bull market. Want to be sure this won't affect the supposed Bitcoin DeFi run. And if they do this, I don't actually think this will be a Bitcoin DeFi run. So hold back on buying ordinals because the Bitcoin developers may want to nuke it. So, but some people are saying, but the BRC20 inscription greatly increased the use of BTC blockchain, increased the security of the chain also. Miners got their profit, sustainable development for BTC. But it's not sustainable use at all. Like, you can't run a blockchain on 2 TPS, which is exactly what you're going to have when you have ordinals. Like, Bitcoin's TPS is crappy enough as it is, as most of you know. And you can't just like reduce it by 60% by having these ordinals come in. Even if it forked, the BRC20 market is too big to not keep running in the forked version. So they might actually cause mass chaos on Bitcoin too, because people are actually going to support a version of Bitcoin with ordinals. And you might have a real split in chain, not like the BCH or BSV split, where everyone just abandoned that version of the coin. You're going to actually have a split where people support another version of Bitcoin with ordinals, and you're going to have a huge problem. RIP BTC anti-censorship. But it's not really anti-censorship. You just exploited a bug and they're fixing that bug. So they're basically trying to make Bitcoin run right. And these guys are saying, like, we want our Bitcoin ordinals to make money, so you don't really care how slow the blockchain is. So basically, like, ordinals, which BTC20 and inscriptions rely on, doesn't exist from Bitcoin's point of view. It's external arbitrary numbering system. You can create your own ordinal system if you want and just change the numbering. It's all the same to Bitcoin. And some people are saying ordinals made 0 cents. Imagine 20 years from now trying to transfer an ordinal. The cost of the transfer would render them worthless anyways. I think the cost of transferring now renders them worthless, but everyone has their own opinion. So I think they should fix this bug, because if they want Bitcoin to be functional at all, because it doesn't seem like people are putting ordinals on Lightning. I don't even know if you can or not, because I think you have to embed ordinals in the actual blockchain, and that really, really screws up the speed, which is already very slow. And I mean, it's fine if Bitcoin's not that fast. If it's just a store of value, people don't go around transacting gold. They have like gold futures to transfer, and they have wrapped Bitcoin to transfer. But if you actually want to transfer the ordinals, it's really, really bitchy, and it's not very practical right now. So I'm actually kind of glad they're killing it, and I think they should for the practicability and usability of the chain. But just in case you were trying to invest in Bitcoin ordinals, I would be careful. The devs are trying to kill it. So that's the news for today. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you guys later.